the questions that was asked was regarding the processing of people that are arrested in courts. I think it's going to be important, and I'm going to ask the media perhaps as you get time that you encourage the debate or the discussion surrounding the legal system in our country, because until the public understand what it takes to process a person through the system, people are going to be frustrated. So in this instance, when you find someone with consignment of drugs, for instance, you're going to arrest that person if you suspect that it is drugs, but the drugs must be taken to the forensic lab for testing to confirm. So if it's confirmed that it is indeed drugs, then we have a challenge that we now have to place that case on a court order. With the number of prosecutors we have, and the number of presiding officers that we have, and the number of arrests that are affected by the police, then the system in courts get the list becomes too long. The court roll becomes so long, and the case is delayed because of that. And then comes the time when the person eventually the case matters placed on a court roll, and the person has to be taken through the administration process. The chances, and I'm saying this not necessarily because it's made by me, but the chances of finding a person who's dealing with drugs in a small consignment sent to prison are very small. The person who's got a big consignment of drugs, definitely they end up in correctional services. But the ones that you might be referring to, that you find on the street, for those to end up in court, they might be convicted. But for them to end up in prison or in a correctional service, it is very rare. Why is that? It is because of the overcrowding already that is in our correctional facilities. So what courts end up doing, they convict them, but they give them alternative kind of punishment. Is that a deterrent? Is there any rehabilitation that happens in the process? What we see as the police is that we are settling. We take them through court process, and they get found guilty, and they're given a lesser sentence. They come back to the street, they continue doing the same thing. So that's why you're going to see members being frustrated, and they keep arresting and arresting and arresting. So it is unfortunate because it is what it is. That's what the police can do, but the challenges are beyond us. I always premier refer to Mr. Lucky Dube, who once said in his song they would be building more prison and they will not be building any schools anymore. I think we've reached a stage in our country that we must build more prisons because there's just criminality in every angle you get. That's why our correctional facilities are full.
According to what General Lieutenant Tlhontlha Mkhwanazi is explaining here, mainly the work of the police is to arrest. And then after they arrested the criminals, so when you see the criminals still walking on the streets without being arrested or held accountable, or you find that their punishment were minor, it's no longer the issue of the police, it's the issue of the judiciary. So the issue of the judiciary, magistrates, judges, advocates, and so on. So they are the ones who are responsible of the aftermath of the criminal judgment. So they are the ones that are responsible for the crimes or criminals after judgment, because it depends on the judgment that they give to these criminals after. So the police are being blamed that you always arrest people, those who commit serious crimes, but we still see them on the streets. Yes, the job of the police is to arrest, and the jobs of the judges, magistrates, advocates, and all of those judiciary teams are to arrest those people and give them necessary punishment or sentencing. So the main fact is that people like Commissioner Lieutenant Tlantla Mkhwanazi and others, and including all the police, these people, they don't have power to tell the magistrate or to give the magistrate's mandate to control them what they are supposed to do with the criminals, because it's the job of the judges or magistrates to decide with their teams according to the crime committed. So that's the problem. And imagine when the criminals having connections with advocates and magistrates, you find that there is some kind of connections. They know each other, or it's a teamwork, a crime committed teamwork. So that's the problem of criminology when it comes to the issue of this crime in South Africa. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones. Why not TV? Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe.